This is Max Fife. By Godfrey, you just wouldn't believe what's going on around here today. The coffee's boiling over. I think the cat's on the john. Linda's grocery bag is splitting, but not much else is wrong. Oh dear. We'd like to call you back, if we can get the skunk off the back porch. Perhaps you'd like to leave a message at the end of the beep, please.
Well, as far as the boom and the gaff are concerned, that's so when you're walking around in the dark at night, you'll get to see them. As far as the top of the mast is concerned, that may be some sort of a thing so that the seagull doesn't show so much. It said cruising was the world's most expensive way to get lousy accommodations. Somebody put that on the bottom of his dues bill. We got ours washed this spring because the mice got in them and chewed a few holes in them, and we had $250 worth of mice holes. So they washed them because the mice died after that in the sale. But anyway, it got washed this year.
Ask how many people have ever had mice damage.
How many people here have had mice damage in a sale?
Raise your hand, Max.
Thanks, Bob. Bob got me out.
Where'd you have your sale stored?
It was in a shed, in my own outside unheated shed. And if you remember, a year ago, this past December was very cold, and I'm sure that the cat didn't get into the shed because the door was closed.
That's Maine mice,
No, this is Massachusetts mice.
That's right.
And actually, I had Steve Sperry do the sale for me because he made it, and he said that I was the fourth or fifth person that had been in there with a mice damage sale last year. So be careful of that. Our sale at this moment is underneath the bed.
In the house with that.
And also
suspended with a rope hanging on it.
Not really.
Well, that's the way mine is. I hang the sale bags from just a bracket I made on the 2x4 in the garage.
Yeah, but you just had a little sale.
No, that's not practice with mice.
Yeah. So,
I think perhaps a couple of light bump traps right near the sale might deter them a little.
well, we tried stuffing a cat in a bag. We sent out some second dues notices, and I got a response the other day from a fellow up in Marblehead, mind you. And he sent me his check, and he said he was awfully sorry he couldn't find the first bill. It must be in the sale bag, he said. Sir. You want to tell stories now? We're in Hampshire Pond, and one of those, excuse me, Martha Vineyard places that don't welcome people in boats coming cruising. And they have a lot of silly signs up like "Don't come here" and "Stay away" and "Don't anchor here" and "Don't do this" and "Don't do that." And of course the wind was, at this point, was blowing out of the northeast rather briskly, 35 or so, and so we tucked in up in under the most easterly side of Hampshire Pond. You're not supposed to do that. And I had this bag over the stern, and we had a visitation from the shellfish warden. Said, "You can't anchor here." Said, "You're the harbor master?" "And I'm a shellfish warden." I said, "Well," I said, "this is a federally improved pond." I said, "There's a buoy channel coming in here, and we are using that as a harbor refuge, and when the weather moderates, we'll get out." He said, "Well, you guys come in here and you mess up the shellfish beds." And we said, "Well, we anchored once, and we haven't picked up the anchor yet, so nothing's been disturbed, we don't think." "Well, I got a lot of complaints because you throw your trash overboard." "Well, sir, just to make you at ease with that, I'll be sure to leave my trash in your boat tomorrow morning." That was the end of the commentary. But we should have been anchored out in the middle of pounding our brains to pieces, and we weren't. Oh, then that's right. He did ask about my net bag. He looked over at my net bag, which presumably was full of cohorts or illegal scallops or something like that. So he said, "What's in that?" And I said, "Stones." He says, "I don't believe you." I says, "Well, right here." So we gave it back. Others have had better times in there.
The answer in the next pond, if you weather permit, is to go to the western end, which is in the town of Gay Head.
Yes.
They aren't as fussy as they are on the other end, which is in the town of Chilmark.
That's where one would normally go with the wind from the southwest. It's stuck down there. But this was easterly and nasty, and I was wishing I was in Tashmore. So.
I don't worry so much about the tugs and shipping as there's 14-year-old kids out there doing 40 knots in a Boston whaler.
Yeah. But that's because of where you live.
Yeah.
The kids up my way still are rowing.